All right, everybody. Welcome to National Chumps Season 2 episode. I've lost count at this point. All I do know is that this is the Week 10 recap, and, well, it's that time again. We have another fired football coach in the SEC, which conference is a complete free fall right now. Like, you want to talk about just insanity?
Yeah. People are losing left and right. Teams are getting upset left and right. Teams are coming back down 3-4 scores left and right.
Well, that's just embarrassment. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm embarrassed. But it's also why I shit on him so much. Like, are we serious? Best conference of football? Oh my god! Like, I just can't. Sometimes with inept coaching is my biggest pet peeve in college football. Like, these coaches just their butthole puckers so tight, and then they make mistakes, and then they end up like Brian Kelly, Billy Napier,
Mario Cristobal, your favorite.
Well, Mario hasn't been fired, so I'm not too worried about Mario. But boy, oh boy, did they look really good in the first half against Stanford. God damn! I thought Andrew Luck was starting to rally the boys there. Andrew Luck was on the sideline being like, no, you got to run under. We got to run more mesh. Like, you could see him. Like, you can see the play calling in him. And part of me wonders, like, I know that he's going to get rid of Frank Reich, and that job's also open. So there's 10 jobs open in college football right now. But it wouldn't shock me if Andrew Luck was just like, I'm going to be the GM and the head coach and the main NIL collector. All right. Like, that's how we're going to do this.
He's going to try to be Superman down there, see how that gets for him.
Which I wouldn't blame
him. Everything. But
let's
do
jump
everything in that job.
Let's jump into it. Brian Kelly gets canned at LSU. It was never a fit from the jump. It was always going to be a mess. He walked down there into the first basketball game, tried to have that Southern Louisiana accent that you can only have if you're Cajun or if you're from New Orleans or if you're Creole. Like, it was never going to work. And now his career, I wonder if it's in free fall, right? Like, it didn't work at Notre Dame. It didn't work at LSU.
There's not a lot of schools that feel like it's a good fit for him too.
Well, yeah, like, you just read the reports coming out of Baton Rouge, like, everything's toxic. His players don't like him. His coaches don't like coaching with him. The meetings are gross. Like, who's going to take that on?
Yeah.
Like, who would be a part of that?
I mean, smaller teams like Oklahoma State might. They just got rid of Gundy, you know?
I know, but like,
kind of the same thing.
Gundy's more personable than Kelly is.
Yeah. But again, who's to say, like, teams like UAB, teams like Oklahoma State, who are looking for that standout coach, don't try to at least grab him, you know?
Yeah,
I can see that happen.
Yeah, this is just that world where you have to adapt, though. Like, if you aren't personable, if you aren't caring about kids, or you don't care for your staff, and it's just football, like, at some point it's going to catch up to you. And I think this is it, right? Like, Notre Dame was on the verge of letting him go. Like, they were close. And so he just jumped ship before they had the chance to do it. And so, I don't know, $50 million is a crazy buyout, though. I know, like, this world of college football is getting out of hand. Like, at some point, somebody's got to just grab it by the balls and just be like, all right, we need to fix this whole system because it's a mess.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Do you think NIL has something to do with why these coaches are getting canned so fast?
Well, I mean, yeah, because if you look around, if you look around, you got boosters who are pulling their funding. Boosters are like, hey, we're not going to deal with this.
Yeah.
Like, it's either us or him, and we're going to be here long after he's here. Our money's going to be here long after he's here. So, like, we'll see you later.
That's true. That makes sense.
But, like, I don't know what it is with some of these ADs and their inability to, like, kind of sift through information if they're not reference checking thoroughly enough. Like, to have this many fired coaches before we even get the first rankings of the college football playoff is embarrassing.
Yeah. And honestly, it's probably a good thing that they had a home game, or they might have tarmacked them.
I would
I'm
have.
surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't meet him out on the field to do it. Was that who'd that happen to? Was that one of the coaches from Florida State that happened to? He got
It
canned in the end zone after a
might have been
game.
Taggart. Yeah, Taggart might have gotten tossed.
Yep, it was. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah, you want to talk about a
Yeah.
sleazy guy
And then
taking Oregon State on a recruiting trip.
Norvell got fired this week. Were those the only two coaches that got fired this week? All the other ones were last week or 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah. We said that Norvell was on the hot seat 3 weeks ago at Colorado State. Not like it mattered. They got shut out this weekend on homecoming weekend. God damn. And Fowler Nicolosi's gone. Like he said, I'm out of here. And he was part of the reason why they were so successful a couple of years ago.
Yeah, a lot of big schools though with openings. So it's going to be interesting, for some of these schools. Do they go with their OC, their DC, or do they go outside the system? Go try to pick somebody else up.
Well, that's like it's just supply and demand, right? You got 10 jobs open.
You just talked about that.
And you have arguably 3 of the top 10 jobs open in the sport right now. LSU, Penn State, and Florida are all open.
Yes.
And there's potentially more on the way. I would not be shocked if Sharon Moore's out of Michigan.
Yep.
I would not be shocked if Norvell is gone at Florida State.
Should have been 2 weeks ago.
I would not be shocked if Lincoln Riley ends up gone from USC.
Anybody else in the SEC?
Kentucky's going to be open. Stoops is gone. Like, there's no way he's no chance.
They really have to trust that guy if he's not gone. Same thing with, I think, Dabo Swinney, Hugh Freeze should both be gone.
Well, I think Dabo probably is in the running for one of these jobs, wouldn't you think?
Probably, but
like that's
after the drop off. After his drop off this year, I know it's all about kids and recruiting, but he doesn't really have he's not really having the year to get a Penn State job, in my opinion.
Well, no, he's not having the year, but the track record speaks for itself. It's just like he took too long to jump into the NIL world. He took too long to jump into the transfer portal. Like he was all anti that stuff, and it's like there's a reason Nick Saban left. Is he was like, I don't want to deal with this. Like why?
Yeah. Ooh.
Like, right? Like I said it a couple weeks ago. Like if Nick Saban was going to get into the coaching world, LSU was the one job that he would jump back in for.
Yeah. Do you think
where he started it?
A big one to think about. Do you think if Lane Kiffin doesn't end up making the college football playoff, do you think he jumps ship, goes somewhere else?
I don't know why he would.
No?
No, like
I know there was people were getting skeptical and thought that he was going to be leaving. They had I saw on Instagram that they called a team meeting, so he obviously told them that he was staying. But who's to say, walking on rocky water there towards the end of the season, he's not getting to the playoffs again, and maybe they buy him out, and then, or maybe he just jumps ship.
I don't know, man. Like it's just one of those, like you can, like if you can do a legacy thing,
yeah,
and like he's just been so many places, and if you watch the Kiffin documentary, like he talks about it. He talks about like other jobs calling and his kids begging him to like stay, like they don't want to go anywhere else, and he's built that relationship with them back up that disappeared for a little bit when he was football all the time, and now he's Lane Kiffin, the family man, Lane Kiffin, the relationship builder. And like, honestly, if you do all the right things and you go 10-2 every year, 11-1, and you make the playoffs, like revenue sharing's easy because you're getting a whole bunch of money from the college football playoff and the bowl games and all the TV time that you're getting. So like, I don't know. And if you look at Florida's track record, which is like the one spot that he's looked at, I really don't know if I would jump ship. Like Dan Mullen the other day was like, every time that he asked for something, he was told no. He needed more money. They said no. He needed more money to hire assistant coaches. They said no. And now look at him back on the market.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't make any sense to be in a spot where you're like, oh, look over that. Like the grass ain't always greener. And we at Oregon went through Mike Bellotti. He retired. Then they brought in Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly jumped to the NFL. Now look at him, right? He's one of that failed football coaches. Granted, like he's with the Raiders and all that stuff, but it's not pretty. Like he didn't have the career he wanted. Then they went to Mark Helfrich, and that was a disaster. So then they brought in Willie Taggart, who was a snake oil salesman, and he jumped ship to go to Florida State, and now look at where he's at, right?
Yeah.
Then they brought in Mario Cristobal, who jumped ship, and he's okay, right? Like the grass isn't always greener. Sometimes it's okay to stay where you are, especially if you have like legendary status, and Lane is approaching that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. I think his biggest thing is he just needs to get to the playoff, even if it's one win. I think his job's definitely solidified for another six years.
Yeah, but for sure. It's like it's just supply and demand. I don't know. There's 2 coaches on the market that are hireable that were fired. Power 4 coaches that can get a Power 4 job right now.
And those are, for the people watching?
James Franklin is one.
Yes.
And where he ends up, I don't know. And now I'm just having an absolute brain fart.
Billy?
No, it's definitely not Billy. That's for sure. What did I say? I just absolutely shit
Arkansas
down right now. No, it wasn't Pittman. What did I say?
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Oh my God. Wrong chat. That's probably why. Hang on. Oh, Brian Kelly was the other one. Like those are the only 2 guys that can have a Power 4 job right after leaving. I don't know if Kelly gets one, but for sure James Franklin's going to get whatever offer he wants, and I think he'll probably drive the price up as he should. But also, if I'm James Franklin, and this is just the pettiness in me, give me $100,000. I'll coach whatever. Give me a big assistant coaching pool, but my salary is going to be as minimal as possible. So Penn State has to pay the rest of my $95 bajillion salary. Like the ultimate middle finger to be like, you guys wanted me gone? No problem. I'm going to still make you pay for it.
Dude. And I really hope he does that, because that would be legendary.
Me too. And think about it, right? Like if these other schools are struggling for money, let's say that LSU offers him a job or Florida offers him a job, right? The assistant coach pool money is probably going to be smaller because they're paying somebody's $5 bajillion buyout because we have stupid contracts, which coaches get your money, all that stuff. I love it. But ADs, stop being dumb, please. Don't just rush to give these guys gigantic buyouts and gigantic contracts because they won 10 games in year 1. Stop. They can prove it over 3, please. But that coaching pool now, that money can be used, and you can pay a really good coordinator $1 million or $2 million or whatever it takes to get a good coordinator.
Yeah.
And you just backfill after that. But if I'm James Franklin, I'm giving the middle finger to Penn State. Like, I know he's professional, but man, I won 10 games every year. I was in Happy Valley. Like, yeah, I get it. We didn't win the top 5, whatever. Kiss my ass. Good luck. The grass ain't always greener.
Yep. I think this is a good point. You want to start talking about that new AP poll this week, huh? The top 10?
Do I? I don't know.
Your favorite part of the week?
I don't know. I really don't. Like, the top 10 is fine. Like, Oregon's not playing like a top 10 team right now. They're really not.
Yeah.
Granted, if you go back and watch the all 22, it looked like Dante Moore was throwing sliders out there. Like the wind was blowing over 40 miles an hour. The rain was sideways. It's a pretty miserable night.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who did they play again?
Wisconsin.
And
Wisconsin's defense pushed them around for a little bit, which they probably need, and they probably have to keep putting that stuff on tape just to be like, hey, we are not that good right now. Alabama has a lucky horseshoe shoved so far up their ass right now. It's stupid. I don't understand how we continue to do this every week. I mean, South Carolina should have won that game, and here we are.
South Carolina, Lenora Sellers, Shane Beamer should have won at least.
There's another job that's going to be open.
3 extra games this year, but I don't know. Like you said, the lucky horseshoe. Alabama's just finding ways to win in the second half. It's insane. Like when they played Vandy a few weeks ago, super tight all the way up until 10 minutes in the fourth quarter, and they're just better conditioned. They just find ways to get over that hump. And
they are
this
gritty.
last weekend, Oklahoma couldn't do it.
No. There's another team in the top 20 who also has a horseshoe shoved up their ass in the SEC. That's Texas.
Oh, my God. That was not a catch. He did not have control of that football.
I didn't think so either, but I also appreciate it was right in front of Brandon Walker's face. Like, shout out. Like, that's – dude,
I did see
Brandon,
that.
for you. Like, I'm sorry, BFW. That sucks, dude.
Yeah. Be it.
Oh.
But also, I don't give a fuck. You're up 17 points. You're up 3 scores. You're an SEC team. You should have beat fucking, what was it, Texas A&M earlier in the year.
Tennessee. Okay? They should have beat Tennessee earlier in the year.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
You got to win games. You got to win those close games, and that wasn't even a close game.
Here's my issue. How did Texas beat Kentucky the week before?
Beat the fuck out of them. I don't know.
No.
What was it?
The week before, Kentucky is up by 3.
Okay.
They got to punt the ball away because they don't know how to be inept, or they don't know how to run an efficient offense under 2 minutes, which that's a whole other ordeal. So they proceed to punt the ball away. And the Texas punt returner had one earlier that went for 30 yards. And then they proceeded to punt it to him again, which is my favorite thing. If the guy's gassed you once, just punt the shit out of bounds. Don't give him a chance. Don't try to pin him deep. Just punt the ball out of bounds. Because then play defense. If your defense has been good all night, good news. Your defense will probably stand up in the last minute too. The other team has more pressure than your defense. So, anyhow, Kentucky punts it to the Texas returner. He proceeds to run it 35 yards back and put him right in field goal range with less than a minute to go. Texas kicks the field goal. It's good. No problem. Go to overtime. Kentucky's inept on offense. Can't win.
Same thing with Mississippi State.
Damn right. So what happens?
Go for the same thing. They go for Mississippi State, bet on you for taking 3 shots to the end zone, and then just all hell breaks loose, and you have 3 mistakes. Now you're at 4th and 25.
Yep.
And then you get a strip sack to end the game. That's on you. Stick with what has been going well for you all game. Take the short routes, get a first down, move closer, and then nail them in the door. Go for 2, get a win.
Inept coaching kills, man. I can't stand inept coaching. It drives me insane. If the guy can return punts, who cares if you guys believe that you can tackle? Who cares all this? In a moment where a playmaker has to make a play, guess what they're going to do? They're going to make the damn play.
Same thing with people who keep punting the ball to Concepcion on A&M. That kid was unreal. He's been unreal for weeks.
Big-time players make big plays in big games.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Right? Casey Concepcion, Malachi Toney at Miami. Like, you want to talk about a dude who's unbelievable. God, I like watching him play. He's sick. But it's like, stop. If you have control in the moment, then keep the control. Punt it out of bounds and play defense. Make them work the field. Instead, you just sit there and shit down your leg. You give them a punt return on 4th and 2 with the game on the line. Like, just it's just brutal, man. I just can't.
I want to hear your thoughts on the Vandy Mizzou game, because I have a feeling you think that Vandy should not be ranked at number 9.
I mean, I'm fine with it. Like, they beat Mizzou. They keep winning games. Like, it's fine. I'm cool with them. They're like, their schedule starts now. Like, we're
talking about a game that honestly probably should have went to overtime. They're 3 inches away from getting a touchdown there. That's on the defense. There's no reason that guy should catch a ball. Hail Marys are, I mean, people, we love them, especially when our team wins. But how do you not defend that? How do you not knock the ball down? Put your biggest dude back there, your tallest kid, your 6'9", 6'10", tight end for all it matters, and just let him go up and get it.
Inept coaching. That's what it is. It's just inept, which, like, no shot at Clark Lee, but that can't happen. But I don't know. Mizzou losing Bo Perbula in that game really, really killed him. Like,
it did.
Like the
backup
freshman came
QB
in,
didn't do awful though.
No, he's 4-star freshman, good player. Held his own, was calm, cool, and collected. Like that's a big thing as a college freshman in that environment. Like, well done, shout out to you. But I mean, I have to think Mizzou's season's probably over. They're probably out of the top 25 in 2 weeks, and there's another ranked win that's gone. But I don't know. They're there for now, but they have to go to Austin this weekend. And if Arch doesn't play, the kid who backed him up looked pretty damn good at the end. He threw that touchdown pass.
Yeah, he did.
That wasn't Arch who threw the touchdown pass.
No, and
Like,
Arch is on concussion. There's no way he gets out of concussion protocol that fast. Anyways,
I doubt it. Then they host Auburn, who, like, also they're inept on offense, but their defense is not bad. And, like, if you put Pavia in situations, he has a potential to make mistakes. Like, he turns the ball over when there's pressure on.
He does quite a bit. What about how about Indiana sticking it to Neuheisel's new offense over there?
In my power rankings, they're the number 1 team in the country.
I don't disagree with that one bit. I think they've been playing lights out. They've had who was the game? What was the game they still won, but it was closer than it needed to be?
Iowa.
It was Iowa. I mean, but still, Iowa should be in the top 25. I don't know why they're not.
Yeah, that's a whole other ordeal. I'm so excited to go to Iowa City in 2 weeks. White linebackers, man.
Oregon might lose that one. It's gonna be a close ass game.
The problem is
how Iowa plays.
Yeah, the problem is Iowa struggles to throw the football down the field, which is the one thing that Oregon defends really, really well. So, like, if you put them in situations, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, take the under. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's probably going to be
always take an Iowa under game.
It's probably going to be in the low 40s, to be honest with you. It's going to be like a 21-16, 2018
to
type
see
of
what
game.
The lines open up at for that one.
Me too. I'm kind of curious. Dante Moore also got hurt last night, so that's fun. But they said he should be fine. Got punched in the face. Linebacker punched the ball out, punched him right in the nose, and so broke his nose, probably concussed. But always fun. But I think Indiana's the best team in the country. I know Ohio State. Like, you're number 1 until somebody beats you. But Ohio State and Indiana are going to play in the Big Ten title game. Like, that's happening.
That's going to be a great game.
Unless Ohio State or Indiana slip up, like, Oregon's not going to be involved. And I think Oregon might slip up either in Iowa or in Seattle. Like, I think both are possible right now. Like, they probably finished 10-2, and they're probably number 11 or 12 by the time it's all
said. Who did they play in Seattle?
Washington.
I thought they already played Washington.
No, they play Washington at the end of the year, Thanksgiving week.
Who did Washington?
They played Illinois. They played Illinois and beat the shit out of them.
Oh, no. Who else did Washington play earlier in the year?
Ohio State.
Okay.
But
it was close in the first half, and then Ohio State ran away with it. That's right.
It wasn't close in the first half. Ohio State turned the ball over on a punt and went for it on 4th down. They should have been up 4 scores going in the locker room.
Probably.
But, I mean, Washington, all you have to do is keep Damon Williams in the pocket. It's not complicated. If you keep him in the pocket, get after him, he starts to scramble around and starts to panic. Another guy, though, who doesn't panic when he starts to scramble around, dark horse Heisman pick, Marcel Reed.
Ooh, I don't hate that.
I said it before week 0. If Texas A&M is going to have a good year, Marcel Reed's a Heisman candidate.
Yeah.
He played one last night. Outside of the 2 interceptions, we'll ignore those.
Yeah, I think Marcel Reed and Mendoza are definitely the top 2 in that conversation right now. I don't think anybody else should be close.
I'd put Ty Simpson in there.
Yeah,
I'd put him in there.
not as high as Marcel Reed or Mendoza.
Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to think about it yesterday. Like take a look at the top 10 here, right? Like if you're in the top 10, you should have somebody who's in the Heisman conversation. Like that's just my opinion.
Jeremiah Smith,
Yeah, he's
Mendoza,
one.
Marcel Reed, Ty Simpson,
Yep.
Gunnar Stockton.
Stockton? Like, is that who you would go with?
No,
Like,
it's not who I want to go with.
see, I did the same thing. Like, but that's the only person that you could realistically pick.
Yeah.
Same thing with Oregon at 6. Like, Moore's not a Heisman candidate. I wish he was, but he's not. The Corian Moore's not.
No.
Noah Whittington's not.
Haynes King, number 8.
See, well, you beat me to it. Ole Miss, obviously, you have to pick Chambliss. Georgia Tech, his name is Haynes fucking King, man. Haynes.
You've been on him since week 1, too.
Dude, he had that run at Colorado, and there's some people who listen to this podcast that said Colorado was going to beat Georgia Tech. His name's Haynes fucking King, man. Put some respect on his name. And he finally threw a forward pass this weekend. He threw for over 200 yards. So shout out to you, Haynes King.
Shout out. And then
Vandy, obviously Pavia.
And Beck.
Huh?
Who would you go with Miami?
I'm picking Tony, man. I'm picking Tony. Carson Beck sucks. He's back to Georgia, Carson Beck.
You think so?
Yeah. He was throwing balls behind receivers yesterday. He had receivers dropping passes. Like, I don't know. He just doesn't look like a leader to me right now. I know that he's happier, but like,
is there anybody outside of the top 10, in your opinion, who could be in that Heisman talk?
Let's take a look outside the top 10. So you have to look at BYU, who's 11. Bachmeier's not there yet.
Bayer Bachmeier.
He's not there yet.
But hey, shout out to the Cougs.
Yeah, Mormon's got 15, something rolling.
8-0.
They got something rolling. I like it.
I do too. I would love to go to another BYU game.
They need to beat Texas Tech. They got to beat Texas Tech in 2 weeks. Got to take care of business.
Where's that game at? Is that in Provo?
No, it's in Lubbock, I think. Google me, double check me. Notre Dame's at 12. Obviously, Jordan Love there. Or not Jordan Love. Jeremiah Love, thank you. Texas Tech at 13. No. They've been riding with backup quarterback for 2 weeks. Tennessee at 14. Aguilar's not in that conversation.
Ooh, it's at Texas Tech.
I mean, you got a buddy who's got an in there, so you might get lucky. You give him a phone call, he might get you in.
I'm low-key texting him right now.
There you go. Virginia at 15. No, thank you. There's nobody there. Louisville Cardinals at 16. Miller Moss hasn't played good enough. Cincinnati's at 17. I like Braden Sorsby a lot. He's been good. But again, they're my, like, if there's a team outside of the top 15 who's going to get in this playoff, it's Cincinnati. I'm on them.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that either. But they got a good game this week against Utah. I don't know if Utah. I mean, CU just sucks. There's nothing to talk about that. But did Utah figure out some things? Well, I don't know. I still think Cincinnati's going to win, in my personal opinion. But
did you see that CU sat kids out for being late to meetings and practice?
Good.
Yeah, so that's why they're missing bodies. I don't know. Game day is going to Salt Lake City for Cincinnati, Utah. Utah's record when they're on game day is 2-6. So do with that what you will. Huh?
Utah's 2-6. You said
when game day is in town. Yeah, when they are featured on game day, they're 2-6.
about to be 2-7.
I know. I got to figure out what their big noon kickoff record is because I think it might be better. Oklahoma
Yeah, I think
18.
they won when Big Noon was there.
Well, they won last night. Big Noon was there yesterday. Oklahoma's at 18. Mateer was doing well, and now he's not doing well. The real Oklahoma has finally showed up, which is great. Mizzou at 19. Purbuella's done. Texas at 20. No, thank you. Michigan at 21.
No, thank you.
They have playmakers, but they haven't been playmaking since Biff hasn't been the head coach. The Houston Cougars are at 22, and this one might make me crash out. Are we serious? The Houston Cougars are at 22, a team that played patty cake with Oregon State and needed overtime in Corvallis against the worst Oregon State team in the last 2 decades, who fired their coach. By the way, that job's open too. And they don't know who they're going to hire, which is fun. Twitter's a good time right now. Oregon State people are just, want to talk about meltdown? Good times. They needed a field goal to beat Arizona, who is also bad. That job could be open. They got killed by Texas Tech at home. And in their non-conference, they played like Rice, Sam Houston State, and like Tarleton or somebody. Like, are we for real that we are ranking the Houston Cougars because they're 7-1?
I'd rather see
17 points to Oklahoma State, who doesn't have a damn quarterback.
I'd rather see Memphis where Houston is and see Navy creep in at 25.
Yeah, I don't. This is bad by the AP poll. Are we serious? Like, start putting some of these group. I think Tulane would kill Houston. I think Memphis kills Houston. I think Navy gives them a game. Washington destroys Houston. Who else? Who else is looking? Who else is on that outside receiving votes? Iowa destroys Houston. Iowa kills them. The fact that Iowa's not in the top 25 is criminal.
I'd honestly rather see Iowa at 25 or 22 than Houston.
Yeah, they're a top 20 team. If Iowa wins out, which they won't, but 9-3 is a realistic probability.
Yeah,
9-3 is real, and that 9-3 includes a loss to Iowa State, which is a game which they lost by the field goal. Iowa State still had their 2 best corners. That was a top 20 matchup. Looking back, Iowa's a good football team. Gronowski, like I said at the beginning, I had him in my top 20 at the beginning, and I got roasted for it. Roasted. Gronowski can throw a forward pass if they let him. He can throw the ball down the field if they let him. This defense is out for blood. Did you watch some of the hits from yesterday in the battle for the Floyd Rose?
I did not watch the Iowa game,
bro. They crackback blocks, blindside hits were all fair game yesterday. Officials were just like, just turned a blind eye to it. Is it right? No, but was it war? Absolutely, man. And the Iowa boys were ready to answer the call. They were ready.
Talk about penalties. Oklahoma finally got fined $50K for faking an injury last week. And then they got 2 or 3 penalties this week for illegal substitutions. So at least the SEC is kind of cracking down on the shit show that's going on in Oklahoma, trying to, bush league people.
And I'll tell you what, Venables keeps costing them money. Guess what? That job's open.
Gonzo.
Which he was on the hot seat going into this year already. So
he was. Just because he's in the top 20, though, he's okay for a little bit.
Part of me wondered if like they went 8-4, if he was going to be okay. They went 6-6 last year. Part of me wonders that's not their standard. Whatever. Granted, they get a new SEC schedule next year with 9 games. Which, did you see the Big 12 conference roast him on Twitter?
I did not.
That was
What'd they say?
hilarious. He said this isn't the Big 12. You got to play 8 straight opponents or whatever, and every game's a challenge. And then like the Big 12 quote tweeted his interview with Venables lost 8 times in conference as a coach in the Big 12. So that's fun. But I don't know. There's not any other games that really jump off the page from this weekend. Tennessee, Kentucky was fun. Tennessee has Vandy at the end of the year here in Thanksgiving week, rivalry week, November 29th.
Yep.
I wish Revo was on here because he was trying to start shit with me last night and rage bait me a little shit. But I think Tennessee just gashes this Vandy defense. Gashes.
I'm a big Vandy supporter as well. I think it's going to be a shootout for sure. I think if Vandy's offense is on, they're fucking on. They could score 45 points a game too, and I think it's kind of what it's going to be getting to.
Oh, speak of the devil!
Oh yeah, what a time!
Speak of the
Put him
devil.
in. Put him in.
Let's add him to the show.
Put him in.
Hello.
He heard us speaking his name.
What were you guys saying about me?
We were talking about your argument about Tennessee and Vandy coming up soon.
Yeah, oh, you little shit trying to rage bait me last night.
It was working.
Tell the people what you said.
Dunham sent me his 4 top SEC teams. That are going to just be automatic locks for the playoff. And he didn't mention Vanderbilt at all, which I think is an insane take given with how they've played. Their schedule is favorable the rest of the way. They're going to win out, and they're going to win the SEC championship.
You're a fucking wild man. You're a wild man.
So is Diego Pavia, and that defense looks legit. They were the first ones to finally slow down Missouri in a long time, so...
I was just telling Bird, I think Tennessee gashes them.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I don't think Tennessee's that good. They struggled with Kentucky. So
not really. They scored 45 points.
Well, 4 quarters, sure. But it was a close game. When I was watching it on all those sports books out there, it was a close game for a bit.
You might have had some. They had 38 by the end of the third quarter.
Still almost lost to Kentucky.
They didn't almost lose. It wasn't ever close.
So, well, it's going to be close.
I don't know. They're going to be
also Vanderbilt is a hell of a lot better than Kentucky regardless.
We'll find out in 3 weeks.
I think we already know that Vanderbilt's better than Kentucky.
Is Texas?
You're putting Kentucky and Vanderbilt on the same level?
No, but
this guy doesn't watch SEC ball, Bird.
It's all
he doesn't know.
He hates it.
I had 4 SEC games on the quad box yesterday.
Well, it's because they're the best games to watch. So good on you. Also, I think Texas A&M is pretty overrated, but that's also just me, I'm sure.
This guy's got guts. Comes on here with takes.
It is just you. I'm pretty big on Texas A&M. I like Marcel Reed. I don't know how.
I think Alabama's a better team than they are.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
How is that an unbelievable take?
Unbelievable.
It's a real take, Dunham. You're just soft. Fucking Big Ten guys are soft.
We didn't lose to fucking Florida State. Jesus.
Okay, week 1 of the season. All right. And they've been playing the best football in the country ever since.
Really?
It's not.
Ty Simpson was playing left-handed against Florida State.
They've been playing the best football in the country ever since.
I don't disagree with that, Rev. I don't disagree.
Okay,
like
got the best QBR.
They would be able to drive down the field, not fumble the fucking football.
Sure. Okay. Let's look at
now
this.
There's 3-loss scenario on the table.
Let's look at this up here. Okay. Texas A&M, who have they beat in this top 10? 0. Who has Ohio State beaten this top 10? 0. Indiana beat Oregon. Okay, so there's 1. So we could maybe argue that Indiana is the best team in the Big Ten now. Meanwhile, you got Alabama, who's beat Vandy. They've beat Georgia. Okay, so that's 2 wins for them right there. And if you want to talk about like strength of schedule and resume, when that college football playoff thing comes out, Alabama's not going to be number 1, but they probably are getting a bye. And they probably deserve it because Tyson is playing like a dog right now.
If Vandy wins out, they might get a first-round bye.
If Vandy wins out, there's no way they don't get a first-round bye. If they're the SEC champion, they get a first-round bye. Guaranteed.
I mentioned it last night. There is a path for 6 SEC teams to get into the playoff. It's there. It's absolutely wide open. The door might as well be off the hinges.
I wish I could see a Vanderbilt Ole Miss matchup next weekend. I wish I could. Because I think that game would be hitting over 68.5 points. And Vanderbilt shuts them down.
Shuts them down is a bold call. No one's been able to do it yet this year.
Yeah, not even Oklahoma. One of the best defenses in the country just couldn't shut them down.
Maybe Georgia, we're pretending that Oklahoma is a good team again.
Georgia shut them down.
Sort of.
No, they didn't.
For the second half, they did.
For the fourth quarter.
Oh,
they went 5 for 5. They had 5 touchdowns and 5 drives.
Georgia won.
They did.
Shouldn't that constitute as a shut them down?
And we're still going to pretend like Georgia's fucking good.
Yeah, I don't.
This is my favorite game to play.
Up his ass.
I don't love Georgia, but they're going to be in it.
They're hard to kill. They are hard to kill.
Yeah, and then
we'll see what the new Florida team has this weekend.
The new Florida team,
without Billy Napier. Yep, we'll see what they have in store this weekend.
I can't imagine much.
New play calling might do them a lot of good. They have the athletes. They have the defense. We'll see.
Do you think Texas will beat Texas A&M, and that's Texas A&M's lone loss on the sheet this year?
No, I don't
see.
Do you
think Texas A&M goes undefeated?
I mean, who's Texas A&M lose to? They have Missouri. They're in Columbia, Missouri this weekend without Bo Pribula. Probably not, right?
No.
Then they host South Carolina.
Win.
That's a win, yeah.
Right. Then they get their cupcake week. And then they go to
the mid-SEC cupcake week for all the SEC teams. A glorious time.
A&M's the only one who has it. Everybody else finishes with 4 SEC teams. A&M's the only one who's got it.
Interesting. I thought there was usually more than one that had it during a season, but
me too. But if you look at the top of the SEC, they all finished with 4 straight SEC games. So I don't know. Nice. But then they go to Texas, and if Texas still can't play offense at that point, there's no way they keep up.
I think if Texas has 2 losses, they might be playing some inspired football in a rivalry game. Could be a letdown spot for A&M, especially if they have a bid for the SEC championship locked up. And then you see Texas fight and try to make their way into the playoff conversation again. Because that defense is championship level still. There's no question about that. They could slow down Marcel Reed. They could slow down Concepcion.
They did do well last year.
Starkville, Mississippi is a tough place to play.
Those cowbells are brutal, man.
And Texas found a way to get the dub there. I'm not saying I like Texas, coaching. But I think Texas with 2 losses makes it a really interesting game against Texas A&M in that rivalry week.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, we'll see. Here's Georgia's finish. So Georgia has Georgia-Florida this weekend. Are they playing this game in Jacksonville or are they playing this game in Atlanta?
Should be.
Usually it's Jacksonville, but there was rumors that they were moving it. I can't remember if they moved it this year or not.
Okay. Well, regardless, Georgia wins. Doesn't matter.
Then they go to Mississippi State.
It's going to be a tough one, but they're going to win.
They host Texas. Then they have their cupcake against Charlotte.
Win.
And then they play Georgia Tech in Mercedes-Benz Stadium because Georgia Tech is dumb and agreed to move the game to Atlanta.
Give me Georgia wins that game too, since they moved it.
I probably agree. We just talked about Haynes King.
Dog.
He pushed them to the brink last year with Gunnar Stockton. So I don't know. And he was throwing forward passes this week. It was incredible.
Georgia Tech is good. I like them.
I mean, the ACC is a disaster. We haven't even talked about the ACC. Disaster.
Duke.
Like, they're out.
Done.
They're out.
I know. But I want them to win this week.
So here's the ACC's problem. Georgia Tech is undefeated. Virginia is undefeated. They don't play each other. And their schedules are not difficult to finish.
Well, nobody in the ACCs is really, unless you play Georgia Tech or Virginia or Miami.
Well, Georgia Tech plays Pitt, and Miami also plays Pitt, who's in front of Miami. So they get to play Wrecker. And ever since they started their new quarterback, they're playing much, much better. Louisville is at 3-1. Louisville still has Virginia Tech, Cal, Clemson, SMU, and Kentucky, but that game doesn't count to the ACC. But they could finish with one loss.
It's
SMU,
possible.
who lost to Wake Forest this week. By the way, Wake Forest is a first down away against SMU, being a one-loss team. They have Miami this weekend. They host them. The Boston College, Louisville, and then Cal. Their schedule is not hard to finish, and if they beat Miami, Miami is probably done. Probably done. Out. No playoff.
I am a little surprised not to see BYU in the top 10.
They're right outside. They're at
I
12.
think they're 11.
11 this week.
I don't know. Notre Dame's right there too.
But I would probably slide BYU in front of Miami, maybe in front of Vanderbilt too. I mean, they've got some pretty impressive Big 12 wins, but obviously the committee is thinking a lot higher of the ACC than the Big 12. So,
Well, the good news for BYU is they get to prove it in 2 weeks. They get to go to Lubbock in 2 weeks.
yeah. And I have a feeling that they're going to win because BYU just seems to find a way to win the games that they shouldn't.
They got that Mormon magic.
And then they keep games close that they shouldn't. They're very much a play down or play up kind of team.
Yeah, I was saying earlier when you were off, the team outside of the 15, so the team that was in Arizona State spot last year, that's going to get into the playoff is Cincinnati. That's my team. I'm riding or dying in the Big 10 or the Big 12.
Cincinnati, you're saying.
I like Braden Sorsby a lot. I like their defense. They're undefeated in the Big 12. They have to go to Utah this weekend. We mentioned it earlier. College game day is in Salt Lake City this weekend. When Utah is featured on game day, Utah is 2-6. Straight up. Then they host Arizona, they host BYU, and then they go to TCU. I like their odds to find a way to win the Big 12 title. I like it.
I don't really have anything to say about that either. I think it's a tough road, but it's certainly possible.
Definitely
I mean,
possible.
if I'm looking at teams on the outside of the 15, I think my favorite one's probably Louisville, but that's just because I think the ACC is thought of more, but could also be wrong. Like you said, it could just be an SEC dance, and none of it matters, you know.
Because I said earlier, I think like there's a potential that Oregon finishes 9-3, and if they finish 9-3, they're out. They're not in.
Yeah,
and then
they're not going to finish 9-3 though.
I really don't know what this team is. They didn't play well last night. Granted, the weather was crap, but they got pushed around by Wisconsin. They got pushed around by Indiana. They have Iowa in 2 weeks and Iowa City in the biggest game in the last 2 decades in Iowa City since they beat Ohio State on Saturday night. And Iowa has white linebackers, and that seems to be Oregon's kryptonite. And then they go to Seattle. Like I really don't know. And that's not me trying to be pessimistic or be like, oh well, I'm trying to be realistic. Like they could finish 9-3, and like that's real. Which is crappy, but it's fine. But then the Big 10 is down to Ohio State, Indiana, and who else? Iowa. Okay, sure. Put them in the playoff. Right.
I mean, if they beat Oregon, they'll certainly have the gripe. But if Michigan beats Ohio State, they're also going to have the gripe too.
That's true.
But I don't think Michigan's going to finish with. I don't think they're going to finish out and win all the rest of their games, and I don't think they beat Ohio State either. They're just not ready yet. They're going to be good next year.
Yeah, they're a year away.
Especially, they just need some more time with Bryce Underwood getting comfortable, and they need to figure out what they're doing with offensive play calling, and then go from there. But yeah, I mean,
I don't know. What are your thoughts on Brian Kelly? Since we're getting close to our time limit here, what are your thoughts on Brian Kelly?
Brian Kelly, see you later, man. It's a cutthroat business. You go 34-14 in 4 years, but the kids didn't like you. You didn't like the kids. You didn't like the program. Why the program ever brought you in? Don't really know why. Never seemed like a good fit. And good riddance. I hope LSU gets somebody really good to replace him. I don't know who that'll be, but
where do you think he ends up? Do you think he goes straight for another Power 4?
Brian Kelly?
Yeah.
Put him in Oklahoma State.
I'm glad we're on the same page. That's what I said.
I'll call up my Oklahoma State contacts and see what they have to say.
I mean, what's going to come open? Like, who's going to leave where? You know.
Do you think Brian Kelly goes to Florida or to Penn State?
I don't think anybody's going to take him in the SEC or the Big Ten. I think his best shot is ACC, Big 12, and then if that's not it, then maybe if somebody takes if Dan takes a shot on Dan Mullen out of UNLV, he could slide in right there too. Oh. Brian Kelly in Vegas would be sick.
Just saw this one scroll across my Twitter.
See that is an interesting thought, but I don't know if that's, or does Marcus Freeman leave Notre Dame and Brian Kelly goes right back?
I don't know. Penn State called him and he said no pretty quick.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Like his name came off list pretty quick.
But that's what they're saying. Like Lane Kiffin to Florida is pretty much a done deal, right? We are pretty much just saying yep, you're going to Florida. Because I think that's the move. I think that's exactly where he's going, and I don't think that there's really any other candidates on their list because they know Lane Kiffin has the job and he wants it.
I don't know. I was telling Jay Bird earlier, it's like one of those legacy things. Like if you can build a legacy at Ole Miss, and he's like that type of guy. I really don't know. I really don't. Like I'm intrigued to see what happens. Like the carousel is going to be insane. There's 10 open jobs right now, as it is. Supply and demand is low. You're going to take a chance on a first-time head coach at a big position. Somebody like these ADs eventually have to start getting these hires right. There's people out there. There are the right assistants who are ready to become head coaches today. They're out there. You just have to go through the right process.
I think somebody's going to be making a call to Clark Lee as well.
I would assume so. How could you not?
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be on the top of some of these wish lists as well. I mean, the turnaround he's done at Vanderbilt is honestly insane.
It's wild. I'd like to see it without Diego.
You think he leaves, though? You think he leaves after this year?
I mean, Pavi is gone. Stowers is gone. How much
you don't think with the year that they've been having that, they'll be able to recruit some guys to come in, some better talent?
They hosted a 5-star that's committed to Georgia last week.
If Florida wants to double your money, though, and you get to go to Florida and you have that pipeline and that brand, it's going to be a tough to say no to. It's going to be tough to say no to.
I don't disagree with that, but I have a feeling Clark Lee, with him being from Vanderbilt, I don't think he wants to give that up. At least not for another year or two.
I don't think he wants to give it up either. But sometimes when they hand you a blank check, it's hard to say no.
That is true.
Like you're set for life now. Like even if you get fired, you don't have to do anything.
Right.
But coaches are coaches, and they're always going to find a way to be involved.
Right. I'm interested to see where, does James Franklin go to LSU?
Oh, they'd be
thought the same thing.
Bro, they fired Les Miles because he lost 2 games in a year. What are they going to do when James Franklin goes 10-2?
I don't know, man. It's one of those thoughts. The coach from South Florida's got to be getting some looks. If I'm Florida, I'm probably calling him.
Oh, Golish for sure. I'm definitely calling Golish, without a doubt. I mean, he should be probably second call, first call for some of these teams. If you're a group of 5 who gets your head coach poached, like he's without a doubt first call. Like, I don't know. Like I said, the carousel is going to be crazy. You're going to have coaches leave certain teams. You're going to have teams fire their coaches because other coaches are now open. Like, I think I said it earlier, like Lincoln Riley's probably open. Wisconsin said they're dedicated to Luke Fickell, but whatever. There's reports coming out that he's not even wanting to connect with Wisconsin high school coaches anymore, and that was how Wisconsin made their living, recruiting those kids. Michigan, if Sherrone Moore doesn't finish strong, like I don't know. It's going to be crazy. It's going to get wild. That's for sure.
Rank your top 3 jobs. Which one would you take?
Penn State, LSU,
Penn
Florida.
State, yeah. I was going to say the same thing.
I think I would go LSU, Florida, Penn State.
Penn State's got the most money.
Yeah, but after seeing what they did to James Franklin, I don't want to be a part of that. LSU was just never a good fit for Brian Kelly. James Franklin reinvented Penn State, and then they shipped him off like sourdough bread that had been out too long.
LSU punted Les Miles. They punted Orgeron. They like if you lose.
LSU is pretty cutthroat too. I mean,
don't know.
Do you think like is Arkansas, Virginia Tech, or any of those jobs appealing to you? Oklahoma State, Oregon State, like
Dunham. We forgot Virginia Tech in our talk earlier.
You're right. So there's 11 jobs open.
12 because you said Oregon State too, didn't you?
I thought I included them. I don't know. Penn State, LSU, Florida,
UCLA,
Stanford, Oregon State,
Oklahoma State, CSU,
Colorado State, UAB, Virginia Tech.
Ole Miss.
Not yet.
We talked about that too. There's one or two more that
I feel like we're missing one.
We're missing. It says that Brian Kelly's going to make $26,000 a day for the next 6 years.
Good for him.
LSU.
Yeah. Good for him.
Sit on a beach, homie. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I wonder if he has any stipulations in his contract like Franklin did that you have to go seek out another job in order to receive the full buyout.
I don't think he did, if I remember correctly.
Do you think the head coach at Georgia Tech will get some calls too?
He should. He absolutely should. But he said he was pretty connected, pretty happy there.
Does Florida try to hurt Miami and go after Cristobal?
Absolutely. Cristobal's not leaving. He's an alumni. He won a national title there. He's not going nowhere.
Might win another one again soon.
No chance. Did you watch them last night in the first half?
I did watch a little bit.
Damn. No, I'm out on them. Carson Beck looks like Georgia Carson Beck. I'm out. Malachi Tony's a dog.
Was there anything else at top 12? Anything that we're going to cover?
Are you content? Are you content with Houston being ranked 22nd?
I am content with Houston being ranked 22nd.
Oh, fuck off.
They have played good football.
They've played shitty teams.
They just beat Arizona State. At Arizona State, not that shitty of a team. They just beat Arizona. Not that shitty of a team either.
Arizona sucks. What are we doing?
I do agree with that. Arizona does kind of suck.
They took Oregon State to overtime. Oregon State good?
No.
What about Rice?
Rice has had its moments.
They gave up a season high to Oklahoma State.
Got the dub.
Oh, my God. I know. Wins are wins.
I mean, I don't hate it. Like, who else are you going to put in front of them?
Iowa.
Well, let Iowa win a few more big games first. They just beat the Gophers, who are a suspect 5-3 at best.
Is that job open?
PJ Fleck, I think it's only open if he chooses to go somewhere. I think Minnesota's pretty dedicated to PJ Fleck. I think if they would have fired him, they would have done it by now. like after last year, they should have fired him, and they haven't done that yet. So my theory is that they love PJ Fleck. They love what he did with the culture. I mean, he did change Minnesota football around for a bit.
It is true. He has done a lot of good there. They look, I mean, freshman quarterback. They look
right. You got to give him some time with Drake Lindsay here. I think Drake Lindsay has some potential, but at the end of the day, you got to win games. And gosh, they just don't play that well against big teams or good teams. And that's just been their Achilles heel. You know, he's never beaten Iowa.
I thought he did last year.
PJ Fleck has never beaten Iowa.
Oh, man. Florida Rosedale's never left Iowa City in PJ Fleck's tenure.
It's either he's never beaten Iowa or he's never covered against Iowa, but I'm pretty sure he's never beaten them. Let me take a quick fact check here. I might keep giving the people the wrong information.
I think covered is right. I feel like Minnesota beat him last year
because they have that. It's one win, 8 losses. I think he's lost every game at Kinnick Stadium.
Got it. Which makes sense. That's a tough place to play, especially.
He's 1-8, and they won on a very suspect fair catch call. You know?
Wasn't a fair catch. Thank God we didn't have a show back then. Shout out Cooper DeJean. White corner, do it.
Yeah, way better than that Riley Moss guy from the Broncos who had like 6 pass interference calls today in the last 4 minutes of the game.
Did they win today? I didn't watch that game.
They did. They did.
Oh, okay. All right.
Started Troy Franklin as a waiver wire ad. Got me 27 points today.
There you go. I dropped him. I'm so proud of myself for doing that. I dropped
fantasy reverend.
Troy Franklin was, in my mind, this year's Puka Nacua. And
it's working out.
Well, not really.
It's good. He's got two touchdowns in 2 weeks.
Start him against any easy matchup. He's actually got 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
Tomato, potato.
Yep. They like to throw to him in the red zone.
I mean, they've been doing it. Him and Bo have been doing it for goddamn 6 years. Surprised Tez Johnson's not on the team.
Yeah, he's too small to play in the NFL. That's why.
All right, boys.
Get out of here.
I think it's time.
Send us home, Jay Bird.
The people. We love you. We appreciate you guys listening. Don't forget, like, follow, subscribe. Hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Facebook. We love talking to you. Don't forget, we'll have our picks out here soon. Wednesday, Thursday comes around. Chumps out.
Chumps out.